I heard everybody sharing their summer TBR, so I thought I would do the same. Right now it's super gloomy. It's not even like giving summer at all. Really gloomy. And I plan on going to the beach because for my work today we have a beach volley, like game or something. Just, you know, enjoy the summer, the start of summer, even though it looks really sad and depressing out here. Which, oh my god. Okay, a little update before we get into the video. Before we do the update, hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruvi and today I have a summer TBR for you guys. What was I gonna say? I'm having the biggest brain fog right now. I was gonna do a little life update. So funny thing is, I woke up yesterday with a stuffy nose and now I have a runny nose and I'm sneezing like a crazy human being. Like every 2 seconds I have to sneeze. It's horrible, it's horrendous. 1, 2, I did my hair yesterday. 3, oh my god, this week kinda wanna fucking bite me in the ass. Like I don't really know what was happening. Everything was just going left. That's for sure. Like I experienced 2 racist encounters back to back. One at the doorstep of my own apartment and one when I went to the supermarket. That was back to back. And then in the same day I got a bus ticket. I got fined and it was the most random bus, like 6 or 8. If you live in Athens, you know 6 or 8, they're never there checking cards. But on Friday they were. These are all the life updates that I have for you guys. Also, if I sound weird, it's because my nose is stuffed and, like, as I said before, kind of sick right now. But the show must go on. So now let's actually get into the TBR. I'm done yapping. I want this to be a very quick, short video. Like it should be no more than 10 minutes because I have zero energy to do anything, not even edit. Like I'm not even looking forward to that. I know it's gonna be tedious, even though usually I love editing. Like I love the process of it, even though it takes a long fucking time, I still love it. My friend has texted me 3 times and I haven't responded. I feel really bad. I'm not gonna be showing you the physical book in my hand because I don't have them right now. I am the type of person where I'm super strict with myself when it comes to like buying books. I only buy a book after I finished a book. So I take it step by step. But for this month, I did not buy a book because I went to the library and I was like, let me just borrow a book, you know, save a little coin. For the first book that is on my TBR, I have it right here because I'm currently reading it. I just started. I'm literally like on page 10 or something. It's called When Silence Kills. I'm really excited to read this because I've been on a branch recently of like just loving murder mystery books. I don't know why, but I just, and you can tell from my book reviews because last time we did If We Were Villains. Yes, If We Were Villains, and that one is like a murder mystery as well, but also at the same time dark romance. What is the Silent Person murder mystery? Which one was? Yeah, this is my 3rd book, murder mystery, in a row. So, I can't help it. When the mutilated body of a woman is discovered in her home, the CI bishop from the Met Murder Squad is called in to oversee the case. The horrific killing bears a striking resemblance to 3 other murders years before, but the cases were never solved. Bishop knows they need the help of Holly Wakefield, a criminal psychologist who specializes in getting inside the minds of a serial killer. The grisly murder occur every 3 years, but it is the stickman drawing left at each crime that has the police baffled. A post-mortem also detected a cocktail of drugs that can leave a victim screaming in silence. No one would have heard the cries for help. Police suspects that they are missing a vital clue that connects the victims, but can she discover the link before the killer comes knocking at her door? The last part hurt me. That's why they got me. I was like, what do you mean the killer is gonna come for her? And then because I've read so much, like, murder mystery, I think we should read it back a bit. Taking a notch down and go back to my love romance type vibe for the summer. And I've heard this book on my TBR for so long. It's called Things We Never Got Over. I don't know why whenever I go to the bookstore, I always never end up picking it up, because I find other books interesting at the time, because I'm like, okay, I know I came here and get this specific book, but this one sounds cooler, you know? But it is considered the perfect summer rom-com, so I should read it for summer when the weather decides to, you know, be summery, not depressing. Here's the blurb. He's absolutely not falling for the good girl. See, whenever I read that, I always went, I really want to do it. I really want to read it, but whenever I read the blurb, when I was in the shop, I would just be like, the first sign just gives me, I may not like this book as much. I may not eat it up as much, because I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee, alone. Unless you count his basset hand. Wallon Knox doesn't tolerate drama, even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding. And I'm like, if she's running away from her wedding, I don't think she's the good girl in this story. She was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin to Knockmount, Virginia. A rough tongue twister. A rough around the edge town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fist and beer. Usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. If she knows that her twin is evil, why is she running to her? After helping herself to Naomi's car and crash, Tini leaves her with something unexpected. The niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now she's stuck in town with no car, no job, no plan, and no home, with an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. There's a reason Knox doesn't do complicate. See, this is a long ass fucking blurb. Like, I know everything about the book at this point. But Naomi's life imploded right in front of him. The least he can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as he stops... To be quite frank, I have no fucking idea where I was. And just as soon as she stops getting into new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his peaceful life. Solitary life, at least that's the plan until the trouble turns into real danger. If I love it, I will read book 2. I have a habit of not finishing series. The only series that I finished is If He Had Been With Me. That's the only series that I finished. I never finished Magnolia Parks. That book kind of... it pissed me off. Like, it really pissed me off. I could not understand the behavior. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to go through this again, because JP was his name. He just triggered me. I don't even know if it's a trigger. Like, he just knew how to hit a certain nerve. And I've been with a guy before that knew how to hit that certain nerve. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I didn't finish a good girl's Guide to Murder. I know there's part 2. I really want to read part 2. On to book 3. I really want to read the 7 Years Sleep. I know I am so late to the trend. Like, TikTok has moved past it. But I really want to read it. I really want to see what everybody's talking about or was talking about. Because I feel behind. I feel left out. I don't want to feel left out. I hate feeling left out. So I want to read the book just so I understand what everybody's talking about. Which, that's how I choose my books, honestly, to read. Either they interest me when I read the blurb right away, or I saw that shit on TikTok and I'm like, wait, why is it everywhere on my For You page? I have to read it now. Like, you can easily influence me to read a book. Even if it's the worst book that you could recommend to me, if I see it 24/7 on my For You page, yeah, I'm influenced. I'm gonna read the book. An overworked book published with perfectly planned future. Here's a snag where she falls in love with a temporary roommate only to discover he lives 7 years in the past. Oh. In the witty and wise new novel from the best-selling author of the dead romances, sometimes the worst day of her life happens, and you have to figure out how to live after it. 6 months ago, Clementine West had the worst day of her life, so she came up with a plan to keep her heart safe. Stay busy, work hard, take no risks, and it's been working. That's me after a breakup. That is until one day she finds a strange man standing in her kitchen. The fuck? A man with kind eyes and crooked smile, and the recipe for the perfect lemon meringue pie, the kind of man that before everything she could have fallen for, he's a perfect, but for one thing, he lives in the past 7 years ago to be exact. This should be impossible, but Clementine used to love impossible things, and maybe, just maybe, she will again. After all, love is never a matter of time, but a matter of timing. Is she hallucinating this man? Charming and deliciously romance. That's a weird way to put it. Okay. The 7 Years Sleep serves up a speculative twist on the idea that we might meet the right person at the wrong time. I said don't believe in the right person wrong time BS, cause why would God make you meet them when it wasn't the right time? You get what I mean? Like, it's either you were meant to meet that person at that time, or you were never meant to meet them at all. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. Maybe that should be my next book read, because that intrigued me. Because now I don't know if she's hallucinating the man or the man is actually real. Anyway, because I get bored of romance very easily, you gotta be kidding. Imagine the moment I press record, it starts being loud again. I would cry. I would literally cry. And this guy, I'm getting pissed. I'm getting mad. I really get bored of romance. I don't know when this started happening. I used to be a romance girl through and through. Maybe it's because I got my heart broken too many times. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck romance. I hate this shit. But I tend, for the past few months, I tend to grab books that the second nature is romance, but the main plot is not about romance. Which I'm finding that I like that more than when romance is the main focus of the book. Do you get what I mean? Like, I love a good book that makes me cry, that makes me lose my mind a bit, that makes me think about things that are solely not about romance. Because romance is everywhere and it can get tiring. I'm getting tired of hearing about romance, because you go on TikTok and there's everybody giving you fucking romance advice, how to date in this age, this and that, how to make a man chase after you, all that bullshit. Like, I'm tired of it. And then you go on Instagram and it's all about like when I have a man, or it's those sexy pictures of like, don't get me wrong, I am a romance girl, I'm a lover girl, but I'm tired of seeing it everywhere. Like, can we have a life outside of romance? And I went off topic for a bit. That's why I've been more like reading books that the second nature of the book is romance, but the main plot has nothing to do with romance. The perfect book that I have in mind to describe what I'm saying is A Little Life. Because in The Little Life, there is a lot of like romantic encounters, and one of his biggest tragedies in the book is him falling in love with his best friend. But like the main plot of the book wasn't him falling in love with his best friend. It was his whole life. Well, that book has no plot, but like the story is amazing. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Like, that book is done to a perfect T. I love that book. Now that I've remembered, let's talk about the next book, which is The Nightingale. And to be quite honest, I have never read a book that is based like in the war times. You know, I tend not to gravitate towards those books because it's like a hefty topic. It's a heavy topic to read about, and I don't know, I'm just scared to pick up those type of books. But I'm really interested to read about The Nightingale because it follows two sisters trying to like figure out their life after the World War II? After war. And everybody that I've seen do a recommendation about this book really talks about like the dynamic between the two sisters, and I myself have two younger sisters, so that's why it really like intrigued me to read that book. Now there's a baby crying. I cannot film in this fucking household. I hate it. Too much going on. This story is about what it was like to be a woman during World War II, when women's stories were all too often forgotten or overlooked. Vienna and Isabella Mawarich are two sisters separated by years and experience, by ideas and passion and circumstance, each embarking on their own dangerous paths towards survival, love and freedom in war-torn France. Because it's based in France, I also wanted to read this with one of my best friends that lives in France. I think she would really like this book because she does gravitate more towards this kind of books. Yeah, because that book is gonna be fucking hefty as hell. Like, I imagine it's gonna take me a long time to finish because it is a 900, somewhere around 600 pages of a book. It's not really a summer read, but I really don't base my reading mood based on the weather. And because it's gonna be a hefty book, I think we should lighten up. Not really, it's not like really lighting up the mood, but like something more on the easier side to digest. I thought I would read Murder in the Family right after. How many kids are crying? Yeah, I'm not really in the romance, love type summer right now. I really just want to be outside and not give a fuck about a singular man. So that's why there's only, well, not one, but two romance books in this TBR because one body, 6 experts. Can you solve the murder before they do? Yes, I can! Yes, I can. Do not doubt me. The devilish, clever, groundbreaking novel will keep you guessing. It was a case that gripped the nation. Look, Ryder murder has never been solved. In December 2003, it's sprinkling. What the fuck? Rook Ryder was found in the garden of the family home in London, living behind a wealthy older widow and 3 stepchildren. Nobody saw anything. Now secrets will be revealed live on camera. Years later, a group of experts re-examined the evidence on Infamous, a true crime show, which with shocking results. Does the team know more than they have been letting on, or does the truth lie closer to home? Can you solve the case? skits before they do? Yes, I can. Those are on my TBR, but also at the same time I'm gonna try. I've tried this so many times, it's actually kind of embarrassing. I'm failing really bad. I'm also gonna try to sprinkle in a little bit of Bible read here and there, slowly. I'm not like in a rush to, you know, read the entire book in a year, but or like in the summer. But yeah, I think it's really important because I really want to get closer to God. But the only thing I'm doing right now is here and there worship music. I read the daily verse from the Bible app. I really love that thing. I read it like every night before bed. At the same time, I also want to go to the cinemas a lot alone because I did that last summer. It was an open air cinema and I loved it. I went alone last summer and I watched Minions. Yeah, it was really fun. I was in the beginning, I was kind of scared to be laughing alone, but then I was like, no one, fuck it, like nobody gives a shit. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, so I want to do that more this summer. On my the wind gonna knock on my camera. On my movies to be watched, how do you even say that? MTW. I really want to watch Sinners because I watched, what's her name? I watched Maya on YouTube give a rating about on the movie, and she was really passionate about it. And she was like, it changed my life. I'm like, well, Malaka. I read Thunderbolt, and I also want to read Moana Part 2. Yes, I've not watched Moana Part 2 because at the time that I wanted to go to the movies and watch this, I was dating this guy and he kept like pushing it, and I was like, I really want to go watch this, and he'll be like, okay, we're going next weekend. We never went. Broke up and never went. Forgot about it because I was busy being heartbroken, and then I was like, wait, I never watched the fucking movie I wanted to watch this whole time because of this man. Oh, stop it, yeah. What do you guys think I should put or like add on my TBR? Also make sure to comment down below your summer TBR because I would love to see some ideas. And I'm nosy and I want to know what you guys are reading for this summer, so make sure to leave that down below. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and do all that for the engagement of this video. It would really help out this channel because I'm really trying to grow it, and I've been consistent for the past 2 months, and I'm really fucking proud and happy for myself. Now I'm gonna show you my hair. Now that I'm done yapping, I can get up and show you my hair. As you can see, it's a bit like I mixed in black and brown in this hair just to spice it up. This is it. See you guys. Bye. If you want me to, I'm always ready for your love.